Say good late afternoon, early evening, everybody. This is dethaddr at the Death Shop, and you know if I'm wearing this shirt. You're in for an episode of Cooked to Death. Well, kind of semi-sorta. We'll give you a little bit of everything here today, but well, actually, first things first. Just a second. By the way, if you see any products that are that I don't actually shout out myself, they're totally unintentional. But here we go. We've got not one but two wine fridges. Which this one here is well, actually, that's got part of what's going on tonight in here. Kept them in there just to keep them cool but not cold. That's got a little bit of ice wine in it. And this has our older bottles of wine, the ones that we did not get off our last trip, along with a couple of our newer ones that we did get on the trip. But this actually here, let me take a look real quick. Oh, not sure if you can get a real good look at those. Shiitake mushrooms. So you know what we're doing today? We're doing spicy shrimp noodle soup. I'm just going to close this door over here. You don't want to see what's in my pantry. I mean, shoots, you're already going to see a whole bunch of stuff that I got anyway. We're going to take you outside. So we're going to give you a little update too. It's a little windy, so bear with me, please. So garden, gonna have to get out here next week. I just got my green, what do you call it, waste basket. But gonna have to throw a bunch of runners in there. I'm seriously considering tearing out the Ozarks because they do not do very well at all. Barely any berries on them. TriStars, second batch has been phenomenal. We'll go up and come back down. Still have a couple leeks that I'm letting continue to grow. Raspberries just fronding up everywhere. I'm gonna have to dig some up and give them to Rich. I'll tell you who he is a little bit later. So hey, look at this blueberry. I better eat it before somebody else does. Here we go. Wow, small but sweet. Actually has a little bit of paste to it too. You can see black raspberry. It's gonna get the axe here soon. I'm not gonna touch too much of the stuff because I'm gonna be cooking. Raspberries, Latham's going for their second round. Starting to get some ripe. I'll pick tomorrow when strawberries should be ready. Corn, unfortunately, is a failure this year. I think don't have anything that's coming up as a reel, but you know, it was a first trial, so I'll live with it. See, I have potatoes. I'm gonna try and overwinter in here and see what happens. I mean, I had ones that grew down below, so why not? Cantaloupes getting bigger, so I'm just gonna leave them on, despite the fact that this looks like a cantaloupe. It's not ripe yet. One lonely little basil plant. Leeks, of course, are still growing over here, which I pulled one of these up earlier. You can see where I pulled it up at. Use the spading fork. And I let these guys flower, because if you take a look down below, not that thick of a stalk. So if there's not that thick of a stalk, that means you're not going to get that good of a heart. So, and asparagus doing its thing, like always. As you can see, the one that did start coming up on this side, it fronded, and then there's another one that's still trying to come up. I just want that, just want all the energy to get sent back down, so they'll be stronger next year. And then I'll start picking. Clover, of course, doing very nicely in the yard. Front is completely green now. I will throw some more out next year. And all the wildflowers up top that you can see right up there, they're gonna get the axe. And the cherry tree, I gotta prune it too. You can see on the top where it's trying to grow one up towards the sun. Say, weeping my butt, right? Okay, so yeah, a lot of new kitchen additions here to the family. And I am gonna take my shoes off, so I might put you down for a second. Give this opportunity to shout out The Kitchen Engine. They had their 13th anniversary sale here. Let's see if we can get another shot there. Down in the flour mill in Spokane, because I bought Shun. Now these are supposed to be paring knives, but Heather and I decided that since we bought this brand new acacia knife block here, that we already had bought one for a paring knife, which she used as a paring knife, but we decided to buy them for steak knives actually. This one I just got as a door prize. It's probably not going to be very nice at all. Maybe. What kind is it? It says it's a Wusthof, but it's plastic handled. Of course, we have a Shun which we bought, which I'm going to be using today. I'll go ahead and take this off because I already have my stuff set up right here. Say, by the way, I was going to tell you about Rich here. Rich is a guy I work with, and he actually gave me some very lovely tomatoes, which I picked like last Saturday, and they're still like 100% nice here. We've already used quite a few of them here. Some of the stuff is not, these are the 2 garlics that did make it. I'm going to make Heather some scampi with those tonight. That's just stuff, produce I bought along with this. And this is, well, not part of the episode really, but that is called an aprium. It's more apricot than plum. The shout out today for wine of the week goes to Joy Farms Infamie 2016 Reserve Gewürztraminer. I'll tell you a little bit about that while I'm taking my shoes off here and washing my hands. We had cheese and wine last night with that. Absolutely lovely, unbelievably awesome peach bouquet with that. And not only with the peach bouquet, but it also had really nice lychee back notes. So it was super, super sweet. It was like biting into the most sweetest peach you'd ever eaten in your whole entire life. I mean, really sweet. Almost kind of had a little star fruit to it as well. It says kumquat, but tell you what, I'm going to have to do an episode on those because I've never actually really had a kumquat. I've seen them. I know that they're out there as I'm like trying to yell my voice. Alright, I'll be right back in a sec. This is only because, you know, despite the fact that I barely touched them, shoes and food don't mix very well at all. Alright, so, back to our knives. Whoop! Excuse any mess that you see in my kitchen. I do have a bunch of mess here. Of course, we got our Minonokuni Masu blue steel that I decided to put in the block. Saves us a little space here. We're going to take a couple of our other ones here and put them in the other knife slots too. Then Heather's had this bread knife forever that's been in the drawer that we take out every once in a while. And all this cutlery here, sold stuff from Chicago Cutlery. It's served its purpose nicely for many, many years, but now, you know, technology's caught up to it. Second shout out of the day is going to go to Green Bluff for another gallon bucket of honey from Huckleberries. Alright, here we go. This is what we got right here. We got a very dirty leek from the garden that I got to wash up here. I'm going to wash and process this. Try and get the camera into a spot where it's not going to get too wet. Back over here. You're going to see a nice shot of my ugly garbage can. I'm looking to replace it, by the way. Cold water here. We're going to try and get underneath as many of these leaves as we possibly can. We want to rinse all that dirt off and out. Get up and under and through. And I already ripped off a whole bunch of the roots because you got to do that. It's simple as that. You really do have to get the roots out. This is going to probably cause me to clean up my cutting board again because I am going to get dirty. Okay, but I already took the outer leaves off. In fact, I might take the second one too because it's coming off on its own kind of. But it's still a very nice leek. I'm going to grow better leeks next year. I think I figured out exactly what I need to do it, as I'm using a paper towel here. I think what I need to do is I will need to, yeah, that shows everything. I'll need to put them into sand, so that way I have sand up the first 6 inches. Then I'm going to see if I can overwinter some. Oh my god. This is my first time using the Shun. Wow. VG Max Damascus. That's like 6 inch, I think. Wow, that's lovely. Really lovely. Okay, now what we're going to do here is, because all that dirt settles into this part of the leek, we are going to carve this puppy in half, and I'm going to go probably this way. I'm trying to do this on camera. And maintaining control of the knife here. Okay, now what we're going to do, I'll give you a little look-see here too. See, look at all that dirt and junk that's in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to call somebody up on this. Who are we going to call? We're going to call... Say, what do you think? What do you think? It's a job for the Undertaker. Sorry guys, I had to do it. I was looking for my rock, because I know I have one, you know. It's probably got coffee in it in the fridge, because Heather saves the coffee for tiramisu. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down into the cup, like so. I'm going to come back over here and put some more water in it. Cold. Remember, cold. Always cold. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse a bunch of this out. You know, I'll probably dump one time. I must have some stuff in the bottom of my sink for it not to be draining that quickly. I have to run the disposal later, after we do the show. Alright, so now we got that. Now, I don't really want the acid on the Shun. God, take a look at this knife though. Look at, see if I can get some light on that. That is beautiful. It's got that nice Damascus. I like the hand forged, you know. The thing is that Western knives versus Eastern knives, there's really no comparison to me, because yeah, it's just that awesome. Now this I'm not going to be chopping just yet. This is for Heather Scampi. She's going to call me later on tonight, so I'm not going to do that. I'm doing spicy shrimp noodle soup though, so I need to do all the stuff here. Now these mushrooms were nice and clean. I got them from Huckleberries, but they were all nice and clean to begin with, so there's not a whole lot of stuff on there. So all I really need to do, give them a quick blow underneath. Say, don't you worry. Doug's lived with me before, so. And this soup's going to be for myself and him, so I'm not worried about blowing anything off onto here or any germs, because trust me, cooked for him long ago, so we're pretty much family anyway. Shiitakes are probably going in last, tell you the truth here. I'm just going to, golly, this is weird. Say one finger on one side, one finger on the other side, one forefinger on the top, one, which I should have carved my nails before I started today. But I'm just going to do a little slat chop chop. I try and get the stem in 2 pieces if possible. But I'm not even sure if the Shun's probably a good pick for this one, truthfully, because I don't really want to push down too hard on there. I might see if one of my other knives might take the job, or, truthfully, a paring knife, like the 5 that I have now, is actually perfect for chopping these small things here, and you can have the same sort of control with it too. See, take a look at that. Nice. Well, almost. I almost got it all the way through, but not too shabby. Thing is that I want to test and see how sharp these are too, and I can tell just by the catches on my fingers that yeah, they're pretty sharp. Don't care about the stem too much. I want some stem in there, but I don't. It's not imperative that it's in there. I just want these sliced thin and about uniform. That's about what we're looking for. So we're looking for, you know, them all to cook about the same rate. That's what we're looking for. That's the main part. And if we cut them all the same, or very close to it, they should all cook the same. This is really good stuff, by the way. This is super sharp. I think I'm going to take this stem off, though. It's a little on the wonky side to me. I heard somewhere that you're not supposed to eat shiitakes raw, so I may not. I'm not going to sample one of these. And I can tell just by taking this off that this is really sharp. Nice sharp knife. See, these I had in that fridge over there. They dried out a little bit. But the thing is, they're going to dry out in the fridge. I bought them, what, 2 days ago? 2 days. No. That one's not good enough right there. Let's cut that puppy one more time. There we go. But the funny thing is that if you use dried shiitakes will work just as well. I didn't even tell you, to give you a rundown of what we're doing. Okay, spicy shrimp noodle soup, which is going to be made with shiitake mushrooms, of course. You can tell I'm crazy about the mushroom part, you know. It's not that often that I do shiitakes. It's only for this. It's only for me and Doug, because Heather is not she's not the biggest mushroom fan in the world. She'll eat my stuffed mushrooms, but it's about the only type of mushroom that she likes. Well, she'll do some other ones too. Like, I've gotten her to have steak with mushrooms now, so she'll do the white caps, you know, regular white button mushrooms, and she'll do what do you call those brown creminis? Creminis. Ooh, that cut was off there. And then she'll do morels, because morels had a guy one time give us some morels, and it was downright delicious, if I do say so myself. And let's see here. I don't really care about how big of a container I have for these. It can go over the top, which means I'm going to... That's way too small. I'll use one of these and we'll let it go way over the top. See, if winter takes it all, usually takes the fall. Got to make it over the top. Yeah, Sammy Hagar. Go get them. Alright, there's one. So spicy shrimp noodle soup. I better rinse these too. Alright, I've got a lime. Lime's for the end. It's a finish. I've got, if you saw in the window earlier, got the basil plant. Got a jalapeno, 2 serranos, and 1 habanero. Yeah, I told you it's spicy. Meanwhile, I'll rinse these off in the dirty side of the sink. At the same time, I'm letting that leek totally soak, because I want those everything to be clean. What's going to happen is while I'm doing all this other prep, all the residue and all the sand and stuff should fall out the bottom and be in the bottom of Mr. Undertaker Big Gulp there. Like I said, it would have been the Rock. Now, I gotta make a decision here. Do I want to use you or do I want to use you? I'll try both. Serrano might be better for the smalls. This jalapeno here might be better with the larger. Wow. Golly, this is nice. I bought 4 of these for steak knives, guys. Heather and I decided to use them for steak knives, so... Woo! New York and fillets if you're at my house. Oh, here. Let me show you something here. Okay, this stuff here, all that pith that's in there, that actually does have a lot of the capsaicin as well as do the seeds. But I like to carve in and out because we're going to get enough heat with the serranos and the habanero. And trust me, you know, the Scoville units on a jalapeno are like nothing compared to those other guys. So you can hear, I did not do a very good job. I just changed my garbage liner. Did not do a very good job though, because yeah, I got a whole bunch of air in it, and you can hear the seeds just falling off on top of the paper bag from the mushrooms that's right on top, which really sucks. Actually, I think I'll use the long guy to carve the rest of this, just because I think that because I'm going to make some long cuts, it'll be a little bit more control. And I'm not going to do this quickly at all, because every single one of these knives demands and deserves respect. They are very super mega sharp, very, very brand new. I'm not afraid to put a dent in any of them because, you know, I mean, eventually that's what's going to happen, and that's why Doug's birthday gift to me last year was some very, 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 well, it was actually a gift card to the kitchen engine, to which I bought a sharpening stone, which is the whole reason why we started going off with the Matsu. Oh, this one's going to be hot because it had a baby growing on the inside. But, yeah, that's what happened with the Matsu, is that I had to have the sharpening stone before I could buy the knife, because I didn't want to buy a expensive museum-worthy piece of equipment, which I found out just recently that those Mino no Kuni guys, the knife merchant down there in San Diego, partnered with them because he wanted to be able to showcase the creators of the knives and not have them go to a show to do it, or you know, spend time doing anything but making the knives, you know. So this means that those masters can continue making their equipment without having to, oh, this one's going to suck ass. Just right through the center. If you hold it on both sides and keep the control of the knife with the way that I got it, you should be able to do it without injuring yourself. And then I'm going to use the small guy to clean these out too. These Serranos can be a little antsy. I do realize that the habaneros, though, are crazy. I'm probably going to fill out the rest of that chopping block with Mino no Kuni knives, truthfully, just because the respect I have for the for those Japanese sword makers and the Damascus steel over, you know, I'd rather be continuously polishing and barely honing my knives than to have to continuously sharpen and to you know, these Western ones that I have, these Chicago cutlery ones. I hate to bomb their name here. Okay, not really meaning to, guys. Sorry, but you're just a scapegoat because you're the ones I bought back in the day. It would have been anybody, you know. But the thing is that I tried over and over and over. I mean, we're talking like 100, 200 passes on a sharpener. Literally 200 passes on a sharpener. Using it correctly to try and get a edge back on them damn things. They're pieces of garbage. Sorry. It's the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, damn it. But these ones here, a couple strokes on the 3000 grit from that stone that Doug gave me the money to buy last year for my birthday. Bam! These things will be sharp as a tack again if I ever lose some of that sharpness. Now, here's the secondary part. The other side of it's 8000. So the 8000 grit is actually for the little mirror and the little teeny tiny thin hairline that you see at the very, very bottom of all these super nice knives. Now, the other reason why I have to shout out the Kitchen Engine is because I got everything from them. I got everything else from them. They had their 13th anniversary sale. Just happens to be right around my birthday in September. Love it. And 13th anniversary sale, which is kind of funny because today is Friday the 13th. And a full moon, from what I hear or understand, but I haven't actually checked up on that to make sure it's true, because every time there's a Friday the 13th, everybody posts, oh, it's Friday the 13th, and a full moon. Crazy lunatics. Now, serranos are sometimes really tough to clean out. This one is, because these ones are going to be, actually, because their ribs are very close together. I don't want the seeds in with the soup. Want the flavor, but not the seeds. Seeds are kind of tough to chew on when you're doing soup, though. You can't really get them soft. Jeez, and I better watch my butt too, because doing this, I'm getting a little bit into the meat, and I don't have a lot of skin to go before before it's carving my skin instead of the skin of the serrano. So you gotta be very cautious. Trying to do this all handling it with my skin. I mean, handling it with my with the knife and not getting my hands into the vegetable too much. Don't mind me saying vegetable. Like alternate pronunciations. Now, the big question is that, you know, what do you clean yourself up with afterwards? Well, there's a couple things. You know, I could use this lime here to clean up with. It's very nice to do so. But I also have lemon kitchen hand soap. And lemon kitchen hand soap is very lovely stuff, I'm telling you. Because when you get to do lemon kitchen hand soap, it'll actually clean all that stuff up really, really nice. Now, let me see if I've got enough stuff to put you up on a pedestal. So I kind of want to put you on a pedestal for this one. You can see doing top-down processing. I've got my old fruit basket here. By the way, I'm hoping that Doug doesn't call while I'm in the middle of doing all this. If he does, then you're going to hear my phone because my ringer's actually on for a day. Oh my God. His ringer's on, guys. Whoa. If you know my phone number. So, let's go ahead and move this stuff over. We'll get you a new angle. Yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to see it just a little bit better from the top down. Let's find out. You know, I can only make that little click noise when I'm not trying to do it. If I try to do it myself, it never works. I'm filming on medium. See, you're only going to be able to see part. You're not going to see me. Unless I get way down below here like this and say hi. You know, you're not going to see me. You're going to just see. But hey, what can I say? World's not perfect. I don't have 15 cameras. I can't do 20 angles. So I think we'll use another one of these little blue guys. If you're wondering why I had that little glass dish over on the side earlier, that is because I'm going to be using that for the noodles, which I'm going to actually put my teapot on here in a second and boil those puppies up. It's 4:43 right now. I expect Doug to call about right around 5. And these noodles take at least 30 minutes. And it's not going to be in super hot water, so I'm going to have to add some cool. We're going to do some tepid water, but I'm going to put some turbo boil on my stove right now with the teapot. This reminds me of a little story my sister told me about the guy who was teaching her engineering class at DeVry. He was teaching one of her engineering classes. And he taught my engineering class the first year, or the first trimester that I was there too. And she said that he ended up in the corner of the classroom singing "I'm a Little Teapot," which is insane. I mean, we're talking like a teacher of a skilled profession, you know. All right, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this on camera. All right. I want to taste out this little serrano here. Oh, man. Whoa. That's got spice. Oh, man. Tell you what. If that hod has anything to say and it's spicy, it's going to be a bad day. Now, anybody who knows I'm lactose intolerant, but if you got that kind of burn, milk is the only thing you can drink. So let me get myself just a tiny bit here. It doesn't take much to cool it down. Might have to take a pill for that later. Holy balls. Well, I thought I'd try it out. Yeah, I should have tried it out beforehand, because if I had, I may have decided to do a little bit less. Now this is going to be crazy and amazing. Now you can hear that teapot already humming behind me. And like I said, I don't want blazing. I want warm. They say you want warm tap water, but I don't go for as hot, and I'd rather have it processed just a little bit with some heat. I think it's probably good enough right now, truthfully. Jeez, man. The Serrano's that spicy, we're gonna be in trouble. That's what happens when they grow they grow all thin like that. It generally means you're gonna get yourself one hell of a spicy pepper. That's ugly. It's okay. Did say it's spicy shrimp noodle soup. Woo! See, and what am I doing for my birthday? Ha 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 ha. Well, I'm going to get me some more of that fabulous Mount Cook salmon from New Zealand that Carolina Offshore Products down in San Diego has. Because, yeah, that stuff was too good not to eat for my birthday. And now I've got like some of the world's finest wines to go with it. I could go with sake. Heather is not a big sake fan. Unfortunately, Doug's going to miss out on it this time because my birthday is on a Thursday. He won't be here till Friday. Heather's got to work on Friday, so it is what it is. Unfortunately. See, and I'm not trying to go super speed, not trying to look like a, hot dog or nothing here. I'm just trying to get pieces about as equal as possible. And since these did not line up nicely, slicing sideways first and then across. If they'd have lined up better, I'd have sliced them long ways and then done almost like a chiffonade type thing, which I'm going to do later with the basil. I don't know why I'm going all the way through on this, but so far, all the way. See, the thing is, too, is that I'm going to have to get some shrimp going, too. So, the shrimp is the most important part. But in order for me to do that, I'm going to have this stuff ready already. So, me and Doug are in for it. 2 people, spicy shrimp noodle soup. We got a whole huge jalapeno, 2 whole serranos, and 1 habanero. Habanero is going to be the ass kicker of the group, truthfully. Habaneros are hot little SOBs. And sometimes you get one that's super, super, super mega hot. And when you do, well, all bets are off. We've had one before in our enchiladas that was just crazy. And yeah, tell you what, if it didn't have you singing, I fell into a burning ring of fire. Yeah. So I don't always cook with the peppers, I do like the peppers. Don't always cook with them. But it's not something you can have all the time. This will burn through your stomach. And I always say, I'm getting older. Hate that fact. Everybody gets old, guys. Sorry, just happens. We're going to do this 3 ways. 1, 2, 3. Just trying to line it up nice so I can get a good cut. Try to make sure I get through the skin so I don't have a whole bunch of pieces sticking together, but at the same time I'm trying not to dull them out of the knife. It's brand new. Come on, man. It's brand new. Heather used it once last night for roasted leek and potato soup. Should have been my lunch. We both woke up late. I had errands to run. I had the boxes to get rid of for the fridges, which I did leave the light on one, so I'll have to turn that off. But bottles for the fridges, and at the same time I had to go buy the lemon, and I had to run down, make sure they still had them, and go get those knives, those shun knives, because, yeah, like I said, we decided we're going to use them as steak knives. They're the perfect size. They looked at me like I was nuts when I told them I was going to use them as steak knives. I understand. I totally understand. You know, they're supposed to be used as paring knives, and they're going to be slightly sharper, but, you know, if we're only cutting fillets with them, if you're only cutting New Yorks with them, you know, you want your guests to have a knife that's going to cut through reasonably quickly, and that will totally 100% do the job. Let's use it like a... Okay, yeah, you know I got my fingers out there and all, but I'm keeping them far enough back to where I don't care. I haven't mastered that technique yet. I don't think I ever will, because, you know, here's the deal. Okay, my knives here, I want to use caution with, because these are so sharp, especially the Mino Mikuni, that if I were to actually use that technique and I were to somehow miss and get over the top, it'd slice right through that knuckle. I would literally be missing a finger. The thing is that sharp, and in fact this one's probably just as sharp. You can feel it. You can probably cut paper with it real easy. Like I said, kitchen, all about respecting the blade when it comes to cutting. Respect that blade, keep your hands out of the way, keep all your digits, and try not to do stuff like that. Try not to chop over the top, because when you chop over the top like that and push down, that's where stuff slips. That's where things happen. Things get ugly. Funny thing is I've done that a million times. And I need to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hopefully all this stuff doesn't come down. 1, 2, 1, 2. Slice at an angle going down, come back across straight. Boom. And there we go. Nice chopped jalapeno. 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 Alright, give me 1 second, guys. Didn't really want to do this. It's going to be loud. It's going to make me wash my hands too again. At least rinse them. That's the Serrano talking to me right there. It's definitely the Serrano talking to me. Making that nose run. See, the good news is that I'm going to level with you on this right here. Okay, guys, get down here on the level. This stuff is really good for clearing out the sinuses. And anybody who knows me knows that I have chronic sinus problems. So I've had a little sinus issues over the past few days. Enough to where I thought it was my teeth, but it wasn't. I figured that out over the last couple, over the last like about 24 hours, I think. But yeah, this stuff works really well to clear that stuff out. Get back up again here. We'll chop our hob up. I probably ought to do it like this and chop the end off. That way I can get it nice and straight. And this one I want smaller than the rest. It's because you do not want a big, huge piece of habanero in your mouth. Trust me, even cooked down, this thing isn't quite as bad as a ghost chili. Which, by the way, I do have dried ghost chili flakes, which I do use in ranch. Actually, ranch is very good with a dash of super hot ghost chili flake powder. Well, not powder, but it's ghost chili flakes. Like you would for just the red pepper flakes, only in ghost chilies. Which, yeah, it's very delicious indeed. And after I do all this stuff here, I'm wondering if I should put a shallot in it or not. Because I know we got leeks that are going into it. I think I will. It's for the mere fact that I want to cook the shallot along with the along with the shrimp to give it some flavor. Which I better get my butt on that. Got to get the shrimp. So as soon as I get done chopping these, I'll see, and you can see too, I'm totally 100% completely moseying here. I'm not even trying. I mean, I could chop faster, I can, you know, I really can. And it isn't all just the brand new blades or anything too, because I really am enjoying, you will not believe how much I'm absolutely enjoying these super mega sharp knives. I absolutely adore sharp knives. Say, yeah, I'm sorry baby, but I know that you dull every knife in the kitchen. She won't touch the Amino no Kuni though, she says that's your knife. So I will always have one that's great for sushi, and I'll be able to put that little hairline super sharp blade on there to make sure that I don't destroy the fish. Alright, so there we go. We got Shun 1, Shun 2. That works really well, actually. Let's see if I can get this into one of these. I should do it with the knife, but a little bit there, a little bit there. A little bit everywhere. Alright. Cool. It's a nice chop on there. Each one chopped a little bit differently. But yeah, this is where I gotta watch out too, because I'm gonna put this in with my shrimp. And that must be done. Give me just a second. Here's our standard Doug answering service. Hey Doug, how's it going? You ready? Alright. Right on, we'll see you in a little bit. Right back. That's our standard Friday conversation there with Doug. Just gonna walk over and open the door. Well, not open it, but unlock it. Because I know he's going to be the only one coming through that door. especially when you have knives this sharp. It wouldn't be very good for anybody else to try walking through that door right now, because yeah, in self-defense I would carve them. I'd carve them and serve them to the next 250 homeless people that I meet. That's a joke, by the way. Alright, so what are we going to do for shrimp? Okay, I'm hoping I have some... I don't have any live. Okay, sorry. No live ones. See, I got 16 to 20s in here. Nuts. I got open 16 to 20s. And that'll probably be enough to do the job. I know out in the garage I have Argentinian pink shrimp. So I'm going to take a look real quick and see what size they are. Those are also 16 to 20, so I'm just going to use the ones I got open. No use using the other ones if I already got these open. And we'll eat a lot of shrimp. We'll eat a lot of soup tonight. It's probably going to be a ton, but soup's less filling than the normal stuff we normally eat. So it'll all be perfect. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put these under water, running water, for a bit in a bowl. So I'm looking around for bowls. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to towel these puppies. I don't think these bowls, these ones are too small. That one ought to do though. So just like every other home cookout here, you know, I have bowls that have a little divot here, a little divot there. You know, it's not perfect. And I think that since Got shrimp in that one. So we gotta do a little wash on the hands too, because I like my food safe. As safe as I can be, anyway. It's okay if I chop myself up, but I'm not gonna kill my guests. Alright, despite the fact that all I've carved up is that, I'll go ahead and leave that on there. It's fine. It's gonna be part of the soup anyway. Let me do a little switch here. By the way, the water that we're running here is cold. Cold, 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 cold. It has to be cold. Try anything else with your shrimp, you're just going to be cooking them on the way, and that will be bad and tragic and really ugly. Alright, now I'm going to pull out the leeks, and we're going to take a real quick look, and a real quick rinse, and I'll show you what we got. So I'm going to have to do a quick rinse of a couple of the tops of the leaves where they came together at. I expected that, so it's no big deal for me. Not crying over it. It's all that stuff in the center that I wanted out, though. And I will show you that here in a second. Alright, back to the shrimp with you. Alright, leeks. Take a quick look-see here. Yeah, I still got a little right in the center. Barely right in the center. Generally, when you fan these out, they, all that stuff comes out. So, you know the only reason why I didn't this time? It's because I got it on camera. Sad truth of the matter. Dirt is the most not camera shy thing, I tell you. Alright. That one's looking hot. Hot and sexy. This one here, I don't see a darn thing in there, so that's good. Alright, so here we go. And you know, leeks I'll actually eat. I'll actually eat straight out. Now, of course, I've got, this came directly from the garden, right? So I'm going to take probably about just about the good top of the third right on off. It's not going to cook down very well into the soup. It's going to taste horrible, so we're going to do that. Alright, so while we're waiting for all this stuff, Doug's already called. I'm going to set my timer for about 20 minutes, okay? See, I don't know if you can see this very well. So I'm going to dump some of it out. So you can, maybe you can see it, maybe you can't, but there's all that stuff that's in there. The Undertaker took care of for us. Thank you, Taker. Gotta do it right, right? Thank you, Taker. Alright, so what do we got going on? Well, this is what we got going on. We got, like I said, got some rice noodles here. Good until 2021, they say. I always taste one just to make sure, especially if they've been in storage for a bit. Yeah, that's excellent. A little crunchier than I'd like for my teeth. Okay, and this I'm just fanning them out a little bit. This will be good for one more go for me and Doug sometime in the future. Or Heather and I for some pad thai. I'm going to do some Thai. If I can get this other set off of here, I just want part of it broken off. There we go. I'm getting noodles everywhere. Jeez, what the hell? Alright, so here we go. Got ourselves that, that super warm water here in the teapot. Whoop. And because this is cold, it'll be just fine. That takes exactly 1 teapot's worth of water. Piece of cake, bro. Just don't set that back on the semi-warm burner. The one thing that you do want to do is get your fingers in here, despite the fact that it's a little warm. Don't worry too much about that. It'll be alright. What you want to do is fan these puppies out, because you do not want them not cooking. And what we're going to do here is we're going to, since I felt that water and it's a little bit hotter than I would like, we're going to come in through and rinsed out taker, and we're just going to put a little bit of cold water in there too, or cool water I should say. Cool it down just a little bit, because we don't want these noodles cooking before everything else is done. And I do not want them in the soup either. We'll thicken it our own way, if we want to, if we feel so inclined to do so. Alright, so I've got just a few things left to do here. We've got our we got some of our vegetables cut. We've got some of our stuff cut there. What we do want, though, is take one of my lovely, not so lovely, but small, but still usable bulbs of garlic here. We'll see if we can get everything all off and do a quick little chop on this puppy. I do want some garlic in here, we gotta have that. Despite the fact that I have tamarind sauce, I have 2 different types of tamarind sauce today, guys. Like I said, no particular sponsors, no particular order. Thai Kitchen's Pad Thai sauce, I'm going to try it out. See if I like the flavor, because it's the tamarind that I really want, and I don't do the tamarind because most of the tamarind comes from Mexico, and there's a problem with tamarind from Mexico if it's not processed correctly, which I'm hoping everybody else does. The other one is Taste of Thai's Pad Thai sauce, which is the standard one, which I've used on this recipe before. Which, if I don't like the other one, that's what I'll be using. It's all really a preference of taste, truthfully. You know, I really don't endorse one way or the other. As long as it tastes good, that's all that matters. Alright. 1, 2. Busting up that little garlic on the outside. I mean, it's got like all sorts of doit and stuff that we gotta rinse. It isn't gonna take a lot, it just needs a little bit. Like I said, these might have gotten bigger had they been left in a little bit longer, but it is what it is. Say, by the way, I'll probably have to tell Doug that I'm filming, as long as we still have time. Make the episode like totally long, and then that way I can put it on tonight while we're playing video games together. Okay, as long as there's no pink on the outside of this one here, we should be okay. Okay, that's fine. Because the pink is actually the shell of the garlic on my 2 little cloves that I got here. But this is garden garlic, it's a garden leaf. Maybe I should grow my own shiitakes. So I don't think that go over very well, because there's not very many recipes that I use them in. 1, and 2, yeah, Heather not eating the more exotic types of mushrooms, you know, she probably wouldn't like it very much at all. If I devoted a chunk of garden soil to it. Now here's the other part too, is that I told you that I'm going to use some basil. I'm going to cut it up, I'm going to chiffonade it, but it's going to go on the top when it's being served. It's not going to go for anything except for when it's being served, because I don't really want it cooking too much in. It's the mint factor, because basil is part of the mint family. That's what I really want there. I'm sorry that I'm not showing you more here, but the truth of the matter is that, yeah. Now I'm on a time factor. Doug's called. I don't have a ton of time, so I got to get some stuff done. Here we go. Alright, so the ends here, I think this will be just fine. You know, generally, this is what you want to do. I'm not going to do it with that knife. You know what? I'm not going to do it with that knife either. I'll take one of the old knives. Why? Because I don't want to swoosh the edge on the brand new one just yet. I'm always going to keep these other old ones around, these other two ones, not the Chicago cutlery, but the other ones, because yeah, I need them to for stuff exactly like this, squooshing this down. Squish our garlic into manageable pieces here for us. Love it. Lovin'! Golly, man. Telling you what. Sharp knives. Telling you. Gotta have them. This garlic smells wonderful, too. Oh, man. That's a beauty. Grew it myself. Out there in the garden. I only got 2 out of like 12. There's still 2 that I transplanted that seem like they want to make it, but we'll find out if they make it or not. Definitely not as sulfury as the other stuff, and I did miss one slice right there. There we go. That's nice. Okay, now we're gonna put this. We'll put this right up there with the peppers, because it's gonna go in at the same time. It's going to be a quick douse. I have to be quick on it. I do. I have to. Because if I'm not quick, what's going to happen is that's all going to be... it's going to smell horrible. It's going to smell like... it's going to smell like pepper spray and bad stuff all together. Yeah. Sulfury pepper spray. Alright, so here we go. Boom, back to our lick. Alright, we're going to try and get it right about the same size. And I think I want to go about quarter, half inch. Maybe a little bit bigger than a half inch. I don't know. You know, don't quite have that Cinnabon right on the money thing that I used to have, you know. I had people ask me one time, hey, tell me, hey, I bet you could do this with your eyes closed. So I did it in front of them with my eyes closed. I carved a whole, rolled and carved a whole entire batch perfectly in front of them with my eyes closed. It was awesome. Alright, the rest of that stuff, no good. Okay, now this is what else I'm going to do too, because this is out of the garden. And because I really want to give it a show here. You know, I haven't used this in a long time. I'm going to rinse it and throw it in the salad spinner. Oh, baby. Have not done the salad spinner in a long time, so. Alright. Yeah, I know, I'm being super careful with this, but. Alright, so these little shoots that are on the inside. Yeah, those go to the shop. Nice. You know, the funny thing is that I love leeks. Actually, you know what? I ain't going to use the salad spinner. This thing hardly ever gets used. Only because I'm using a strainer to rinse this, and, you know. Okay, I'm gonna save you guys the whole entire rest of the craziness here, because one, I need to hurry. Okay, so essentially what's going to happen here is I'm going to take my shrimp. It's gonna go like this. Okay, let me do this to you right now. Okay, shrimp, right? Okay, do you really want to see me have to clean all these shrimp, take all the shells off? Because I'm going to take all the shells off. They're going to go into this pot right over here, along with just a tiny bit of oil. I might use sesame oil just for extra umami, and my little chopped vegetables there, the garlic and the not the shiitakes. Shiitakes go in last when we got the soup, but these guys here, the peppers. Mixed up a little bit. Then I cheat here. I add chicken stock and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce because that does a very good job of mimicking seafood stock. So I do that. And then what we'll do is we'll put in the leeks because they need to get tender. And then what we'll do is we'll throw in the noodles that are drained at the same time we do the shiitakes, because we want the shiitakes to still have a little bit of firmness to them, but we want them to have a little gelatinousness too. But we don't want them to be like total, complete and utter garbage, like I've seen in some places. And then once we do all that, secret weapon, a little lime, a little basil, put those puppy together, boom, there you go. I'm going to take that lime, actually, what I'm probably going to do is do this into quarters, and then Doug and I can have a quarter with each bowl, because we'll have at least 4 bowls. So, well, we'll have at least 2 bowls apiece, but 4 bowls total. Anyway, that's all I'm going to give you for tonight, because I need to get my butt rolling. So, dethaddr Master Chef Paul at the Death Shop saying I'll catch you later. Hope you enjoyed me chopping stuff and giving you stories. And now we're going to cook something to death, so I'll catch you later, guys. Have a good night.